Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in the hypnosis session that you're just about to listen to, you're going to be listening to a session that was created for a client that would bite off more than they could chew. They had so many goals, so many things they wanted to do in their life, but it felt overwhelming. And when they felt overwhelmed, they would procrastinate. And when they procrastinated, quite often they would snack on foods that weren't that healthy, that kept them in this cycle. So I asked this client, what were the 3 areas of their life that they would feel that would have the biggest impact if they made massive progress in those 3 areas? And for them, it was health, it was career, and it was their family life. So what you're going to listen to is an element of what's called future pacing. Future pacing is the opposite of regression. Regression is where you go backwards to a memory. Future pacing, also known as pseudo-orientation in time, is where you go forwards to a future that hasn't happened yet. So we take this client to a future of where they've doubled their income in their career and they've got more responsibility and more competency. They also wanted to lose weight. So for them, a representation of something they could only do if their health had improved would be dancing for at least an hour in a clothing size that was much smaller than their current clothing size. And if you're in the UK or America listening to this, the reference to the clothing size is a European clothing size. So when you hear that large number, it's probably the equivalent of like a size 8 or a size 10 in the UK or the United States. So they wanted to be slim and have lots of energy and healthy and be able to dance for a long time. But they also wanted a very happy future in their family life, in their relationship life. So you're going to hear all of those things in the future with key suggestions that by having these clear outcomes and knowing what it's going to take to make progress in those areas, something that felt overwhelming suddenly feels very achievable because they can always make progress towards these big goals. And this utilizes an NLP principle called chunking. Because if you've got 100 things to do, you don't know where to start. If you've got 3 things, but each of those 3 things have got lots of sub-goals, by focusing on the main goal that they all link to, it gives a sense of clarity and perception. And there's also a phrase called the North Star. And some people use the North Star as a metaphor for this kind of guiding principle, this general direction. And what was great about all of these 3 separate things is that they could all link to one outcome where they were being successful in their career, they were healthy, and they were happy in their relationship. And all of this was one version of them in their future. And that becomes the singular North Star. But the North Star is a representation of 3 parts, which is why I use a tripod analogy in this hypnosis session. Most people have an idea of an aspirational and aspiring future for them. For this client, it was a career. It might be a business for you. It might be something else. So I would encourage you to think of what would be a desirable future for you when you listen to this. And if you do like the idea of a bespoke session, rather than listening to this session that was created for someone else, there will be a link in the description where you can do a 60-second hypnosis suitability test to figure out if hypnosis would be suitable for you. And if it is, then you can book a free consultation call. So there'll be a link to that also, both in the description. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in that feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of stress, worry, and tension to start feeling like it's leaving your body in that outward breath. Breathing in relaxation and releasing that tension. So much so that each outward breath gives you a sense of release. Taking your body deeper and deeper relaxed. Now, that's it. And you can scan your body for any clues of an overactive nervous system. Sometimes that's tension in the jaw. Sometimes it's a feeling of rigidity, racing thoughts. But the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the more you are soothing and calming your entire nervous system, enabling you to drift deeper and deeper relaxed. I want you to notice how good it feels to feel like you can let go. And as you let go, decide now is the time to go to a place where change happens naturally. That's it. You've been to this place before, and we can call it your imagination, meditation, or even hypnosis. So breathe in through your nose, and as you exhale, just allow yourself to drift deeper, deeper and deeper relaxed. And with each breath, you go deeper, and not because you're trying to, but because there's nowhere else to be but here, right now, with nothing to do but drift inward. Become aware of your body's position. The rhythm of your breathing as you allow your muscles to relax even more. And as your muscles relax, your imagination awakens. And I wonder if you could imagine now standing in front of a calm, clear lake. And each time you breathe out, just imagine your outward breath causing ripples on the surface of that lake. And when you breathe in, see the surface of the lake so still, it looks like glass. And maybe that glass is reflecting a vision of you in your future. The vision is a version of you that you are becoming. Imagine the still lake is reflecting a hologram of you in the future. This isn't a fantasy, but a clear and structured possibility. You are now seeing your future self. You are building and creating this future version of you from decisions, habits, consistent choices that align with your deepest values. This version of you has focus and direction. Some of the strongest structures have 3 legs. I want you to think of a tripod, a strong, sturdy tripod. That tripod is stable because it has 3 legs to create that balance that a monopod with just 1 leg would topple over, and even a tripod missing a leg would also fall over, but that 3-legged tripod is strong and stable. And I want you to think that each leg of the tripod represents a different part of your life. So let's think of that first leg of the tripod representing your career. I want you to imagine yourself just a few years in the future. But there's something about that future version of you that's different. That version of you is even more competent, even more knowledgeable, even more responsible. That version of you is an articulate speaker, regularly doing presentations. That version of you has gathered so much knowledge related to the industry you're working in, maybe even specializing in certain key areas that are so important. I want you to see how that future version of you communicates and moves, interacts with other people. I want you to imagine that you know for sure what that future version of you is earning. And maybe you could imagine seeing a payslip or a bank account of that future version of you. Maybe seeing that monthly salary or that yearly bonus. I want you to get a sense that so many regular choices, behaviors could contribute to that future. New things to learn, to do, would increase the probability of getting to that future quicker. And maybe that version of you has an income level or a job title. I want you to imagine it, that you're watching someone like you in your future with a deep feeling that this is not just possible, it is inevitable. But that doesn't make it easy. It would require an energy shift, a change in your belief as to your capabilities, I want you to imagine what it would be like to act in accordance with the future version of you in advance. More and more talking that way, acting that way, being that way. You are aligning with the version of you that you are becoming. And maybe you're using a tool, a software, to enable you to notice the progress that you're making. Like a digital vision board, clarifying your goals and the steps required to move towards that future. You are making the invisible visible and the future tangible. And you will feel a surge of pride whenever you make progress. You don't have to be stressed on this journey, just intentional. You are intending to become this version of you. And then I want you to see the second leg of the tripod, and that represents health. As you imagine seeing that future version of you, I want you to imagine seeing yourself dancing, but dancing in such a way that you know that you are free of aches and pains, and you are filled with energy and vitality. There is a freedom in your movement, a lightness in your step, and you can tell from your body shape that you've lost weight, became slimmer, leaner. Imagine yourself wearing the kind of clothing suitable for dancing at a size 38. Get a sense of your body shape, your energy levels, and see yourself smiling, full of joy and happiness. And you're not dancing for a few minutes. Imagine yourself dancing for over an hour and still having the energy to dance for longer if you desire. See yourself with energy and joy. And you're not out of breath dancing. Your breath flows easily, your heart strong, your muscles responsive. And to become this version of you, you intuitively know you would need to eat healthy, nutritious foods and less of those snacks and processed foods. Food that represents health and vitality. Because you will eat like the person you are becoming, not the person you have been. And maybe this version of you walks more, exercises more. And each and every time you do anything that aligns with that healthy, energetic, vibrant version of you, you will feel good in advance. This journey towards this future needs to be just as enjoyable as the destination. You are aligned, empowered, and free. And then you stare at the third leg of the tripod. This represents family and relationship. I want you to see a future version of you, perhaps on a wedding day. I want you to imagine all the people you care for the most seeing you on that special day. This is a future version of you. And I want you to see yourself wearing something that represents this special day at a clothing size that would make you feel that you are the version of you that you would want to be on this day. See yourself smiling, joyful. See yourself dancing on that day. See the smiles and the laughter, the joy. I want you to get a sense that you deserve this. And allow these 3 legs of the tripod to all come together. And maybe you have one thought that connects all of these things. See yourself in that happy family, slim and healthy, doing well in your career, and allow this to be your North Star, just like the ancient explorers. The North Star was the point of reference to help them navigate strange oceans. You are navigating unconsciously towards this future, and anything that helps you on the way becomes a tool, a resource, subtly influencing daily habits and choices. And you don't need every day to be perfect to make progress. In your career, not every day was a great day, but you were consistently responsible. I want you to get a sense that you are unlocking all of the resources necessary to figure out those habits and routines, rituals and approaches. And every time you do something beyond your comfort zone, it is a vote of confidence in the future you. And by going dancing, what if that helps you to feel more energized? And if you feel aches after exercise or dancing, what if that is your body responding to the demands and becoming stronger and healthier? And when you take on a responsibility that isn't yours in your career, you are communicating a willingness to go above and beyond, which increases the probability of more recognition, more responsibilities, more promotions. You don't magically get to the future you want. You get there one step and one day at a time, knowing that the very journey you're on prepares you for the destination that you're going to. And if your unconscious mind is willing to assist you by working with all of the parts necessary, an alliance, a team to take you in this wonderful, positive direction, let me know by nodding your head. And if you're unconscious, you can think of any reason why you're not able or don't deserve this future, just let me know by nodding your head. And I want to work with that part that feels that you're not capable or not worthy. I'm wondering if you're willing to release any beliefs, any blocks, any barriers. Maybe the intention is positive to keep you safe from failure, or maybe to protect you in some other way. But I believe you are more resilient and capable than you ever realize. I believe that you will learn and evolve on this journey. And if that part is now willing to believe that you can, that you are capable, knowing that on the journey you may need to learn new things and make different choices. But if that part is willing to let your future decide rather than your past, just let me know by nodding your head. As you feel a weight of expectation and pressure coming off your shoulders, as you feel that the chains and the barriers that have been holding you back are being lifted and released. It's now time for you to keep moving forward, dealing with the obstacles and the barriers and the challenges, one step at a time. But your own beliefs don't need to be those challenges anymore. Allow reality to give you the challenges for you to overcome them. And release any feelings of self-sabotage, and instead unlock all of the resources to encourage you, to help you, to inspire you, to become the future version of you that is not just possible, but with the right choices and actions is inevitable. As you see that future version of you, step into it. Feel how good it would feel to be in that version of you, healthy and lean, successful in your career, happy in a family. And allow this taste of a future to release all of the blocks and unlock all of the resources required to make progress towards it. But it's time to leave this place, knowing that you have now set the coordinates in your unconscious mind for the future that you are now gravitating towards. So take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, connect and calibrate into the here and the now. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake. wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.